Would you date a single mother, or I mean, a single father?
Yes, I have. I don't mind dating a single father.
Okay. What about you?
Um, I prefer a man with no kids.
You would prefer it, yeah.
Yeah.
But would you pay maybe if he was like a really, we'll say he's a really good guy, like top
If
10%er?
he would have to only have one baby mom,
Just one.
be a great dad.
And like have good co-parenting, kind of. Yeah. What about you?
I'll go with what she says. Like, for my like idea, I want to go ahead and move, get serious. I'd rather you just we both not have any kids.
Yeah.
But nowadays, everybody
So
has
hard.
children. Yeah. So.
Yeah. What about you?
I would, preference-wise, of course, I would prefer to be with someone with no kids just so we could start our own family.
Mm-hmm.
But I've come across one dude that he has a little girl, and he is, like, such a good dad. And, I mean, for my age right now, I'm just kind of like, I just don't think it'll work out regardless, so that's why I didn't, pursue him. But I did think about it, and I was like, you know what, like, considering the fact that he's a great father, he has stuff going really good for him, like, he seems like an overall good man, so I definitely would in the future, but preference-wise, probably not.
So there's something that I talk about a lot, and it's called pre-selection, because pre-selection is like one of the biggest things I teach with my course. And basically what pre-selection says is that a guy that is around women, has kids already, you've seen him in multiple relationships with girls, or he's known as the guy that's good, that pre-selects him, and you know he's a safe bet. You know he's not a rapist. You know he's not somebody that's going to hurt you. Because all throughout history, y'all kind of had to be scared of that shit. Especially when we were like still animal beings. Like you had to be super scared of certain men. You never know who's like something violent and scary. Because we're also the most violent species of all the species. Like there's like 17 other homo whatever, like different sapiens stuff. And we killed them all off. We're the last one. Because we killed all the other ones. We're very fucking violent. But like because of that, pre-select is a very big deal. So a lot of guys get chosen just because of pre-selection. They already had kids with a woman, so that means that he must be good in some way. You've seen him already be in relationships, so you know he's a good relationship guy. One of the things I teach is to be friends with women, because just being friends with a lot of women and being surrounded by them just gives you more opportunity around them, and it makes you look safe and not like a bad, scary bet. So that's one of the big things I teach guys. Y'all also got to remember, or y'all got to know, 1 in 4 guys end up having children. 1 in 4 guys' lineage goes on. And it used to be 1 in 17, 8,000 years ago. 1 in 17 used to fucking reproduce. And that's because back then there were sultans and kings and fucking Genghis Khan. There was all these people fucking like pillaging, and like there was one guy having sex with 50 to 60 different women, like, so those guys, their DNA is across the world, but most guys die off and their DNA goes with them. It's fucking gone. That's most men. So if you're ever like, oh, I don't want to be with a guy who fucking has a kid or something like that, well, that's just most of the guys that are actual dateable or like actually, good. Yeah.
I actually look at it as like that's one less kid I have to have. Like
Yeah.
low key, like
Yeah.
that's one more that I have to push out. And like if you can already see that they're a good father, then you already know.
Exactly.
Because I've definitely dated guys that are not good dads, and they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna hang out with you instead of my kid," and I'm like, "Absolutely not! Like you better go see your kid. That's trash."
Yeah,
What?
like I have a daughter, and I know it just helps me more than anything, and that it didn't hurt me at all after I had it.
Absolutely,
Yeah, it helped. I want to kind of go into something that's similar but a little different. Would y'all, we're gonna say a millionaire, a guy who makes really good money, completely killing it in life. He's fully honest with you, fully in his frame, a man, very stoic. But you're gonna be the wife, or we're gonna give 2 scenarios. You can either be a sister wife, and he's a millionaire. You're gonna live the perfect lifestyle, but you're gonna be a sister wife, or you're the main woman, and he has bitches on the side. And that kind of thing instead of the sister wife thing. Would you be okay with either one of those for a perfect guy? Talking millionaire and everything. What about you?
I have actually had this conversation come to me so many times with different men that I've either like met, come across. I don't know. It keeps coming into my life. I've got friends in those relationships. The only thing that I would ever be okay with is if I was the main and we had a very, very strong bond. But I would also have to choose the woman.
Mm-hmm.
I would have to have a choice in who the woman was that we were spending the rest of our lives with. But ultimately, is that my ideal? Absolutely not.
Well, then that's a sister wife. She's gonna spend the rest of your life. Like he's not allowed to have like a main and bitches is what the other one was. So like you'd be the main,
A
but then
main
he has
and
random
bitches.
bitches. Like they're never gonna be at the house. Like they literally get nothing. Like he takes them and fucks them and then leaves and never see. Like they're literally treated like bitches.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. I would rather do the sister wife thing.
Yeah.
A man that like has respect for the multiple women that
Yeah.
he's with, than like he's just
Kind
gonna
of
throw
like
these other girls
what
away.
Islam does. Okay.
Yeah.
What about you?
No.
Talk a little closer.
I couldn't do it.
You can't do it.
No.
Either one of them.
No.
Okay. What about you?
This is the only way I could do it. If like, you can't be out here getting her the same stuff that you get me. Whatever I ask for, I'm gonna get it, no problem.
You'd want to do the
Like,
main
you
bitch
can't-
thing,
yeah,
like you're the main.
bitch thing, like
Yeah.
you can't. She can't be having. You can't get her no cars and all that
Yeah.
extra shit like that. And then, if you're gonna do it, make sure they
It
know
doesn't
their
embarrass
place.
y'all.
They know their place. I'm not embarrassed, and I don't ever have to just like full out see it or just hear about it.
Yeah, you want it out of sight, out of mind. Like, don't fucking even show me. It don't embarrass me by getting it. Social media and shit. Yeah. Okay. What about you?
I personally wouldn't be able to do it.
Neither one of them.
I guess that also falls back into like what you grow up with and what you just know. To me, like I just don't. I can't see myself.
Yeah,
doing that.
if you saw your parents, a perfect loyal relationship, it's
Right.
really hard. So I gotta ask, do y'all think loyalty is the same between men and women? Do you think that like loyalty to a man and loyalty to a woman are the same? We'll start with you.
I don't think they're the same. I think they should be, but I don't think they're the same. I think definitely, like in this case, women. No woman wants to have more than one man. Like,
Yeah.
speaking traditionally, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
But I definitely think if a man really wants to, like, he's not gonna have eyes for anybody else. I think that's definitely very possible. It may not be like the 10% of men that we're talking about,
Yeah.
but I will say that, like, according to my experiences, like, if a
There's
man
some
really-
guys that are good
Yeah,
guys that
there's-
would be loyal.
Right, and they may not have all the money in the world. They may not have that aspect, but at least for me, like, I care about that a lot more because I know that with what I bring to the table, we can eventually get to that money aspect of it and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
that's how I
What do you think?
I don't think it's the same.
You don't think it's the same? Loyalty's not the same? What do you think? Is loyalty
No.
the same between men and women? No?
I don't think it's the same. I think women are always more loyal.
Are more loyal?
Mm.
Okay. What do you think?
I don't think it's the same, and I'm actually gonna go against what she says, just because I do know a lot of shit women. I'm gonna like put it out there. In my experience, I have seen and met men that are actually and had conversations with men that are a lot more loyal than the women that they've been with, and I think women can be very vile creatures because they know that they have that power, like you said, at least within their young age. So yeah, I don't think it's the same. I think men honestly can be a lot more loyal once they find that woman. Like if they're not into that woman, then obviously they're going to have their choices or whatever. But whenever they find a woman that they're into, they're very loyal.
Okay. Yeah, so loyalty is absolutely different between men and women. Like what women want a guy to be loyal about and what a man wants a woman to be loyal about are two completely different things. Men really give a fuck about your sexual loyalty. We give a fuck, like we already explained the history of why we give so much fucks about sexuality and shit. That's why we really give a fuck about girls' body counts. We really give a fuck about our girl going out on girls' trips and girls' nights out and Instagram pictures, bikini pics. Like there's a lot of things that bother us, and it all goes back to us really giving a fuck about loyalty sexually. It all goes back like that's my pussy, I don't want nobody around it type shit. Like we're very territorial as fuck when it comes to like that sexual shit. And this goes back to animals and everything. This is how we are. This is how we protect our family, our kids. The same way like we want to protect our woman and make sure nobody can go around it like that. Hey y'all, Sergio here. I just want to mention I've created a completely free guide that shows you exactly how I went from having low confidence and being painfully awkward around women to easily meeting and dating numerous high quality desirable women in real life without the use of any dating apps or social media. So if you're struggling to get out there, if you have approach anxiety or don't know what to say or how to interact with women to make them want you and are sick of using dating apps with low value girls that hundreds of other guys have been chatting with, click the link in the description below to grab your free guide right now. And if you want private mentorship with me personally to help guide you every step of the way in this process, check out my mentorship program in the description too. I would be happy to help you reach your dating goals and overcome any obstacle you may face. And trust me, if I could do it, you can do it too. I hope to see you soon. Peace out.